I'm Sara Sach, and welcome, not to my, but to our YouTube channel. Today is our Coffee and Crochet live video. Now, someone sent me a message the other day and they said, is it okay if I watch since I don't like coffee? Absolutely! You don't have to like coffee. Not everybody does. I don't understand why they don't. But everybody doesn't like coffee. And so, I mean, some people do, some people don't. I said that backwards, didn't I? Anyway, it's just a fun way for us to get together and clink in. Clinkety, clink, clink, clink. And that just means say, clink in, I'm here, or whatever. All right. Now, you may have noticed that my cup says Keith on it. You know why? Because that's my husband's name. He was given this cup by his mom a long time ago. He's not sentimental, but I am, and so I kept the cup. But the reason today is Keith Day is it's my hubby's birthday. He's 61 today. Oh, I probably wasn't supposed to give his age. Oh, well, don't tell anyone. It'll be just between y'all and me, okay? He doesn't even care. So everybody say happy birthday to Keith. And the reason it's so important is because he's the one that actually is in the background keeping all my electronics, my lights, my cameras, my filming equipment, my YouTube, my everything. He checks in to make sure everybody's being kind and considerate. He makes sure my computers work, my programs, my apps, and everything. So, Mr. Sach, I like that. Happy birthday, Mr. Sach. I'm pretty happy to have an excellent man. In case you don't know, we've been married over 41 years now. I always tell people I got married when I was 13. That's not true, of course. Just trying to stay young. Okay, you know, funny thing is, I told that to someone one time and they go, oh yeah, you're from Oklahoma. Y'all get married young. No, we don't. Well, I mean, I did get married at 18. So anyway, let's get started. I've got a whole table full of Yarnie fun today. Alrighty, so I do want to tell you, both my puppies, my Rosie and Max, are both over here sleeping. And the other day when I was trying to film a video, when Rosie sleeps, she makes these funny sounds like bloop, 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 bloop. I don't know why. It's her way of snoring, I guess, okay? And Maximo snores like an old man. Okay, so if that happens in the video, I don't have anybody having issues. I just have two dogs that are sleeping really heavy. I just thought I'd mention that. It was so funny because I didn't realize it until I was on into the video. Luckily, I could retape that portion because it wasn't live, but it was quite funny. Okay, so happy birthday to Mr. Sach, and let's clinkety clink clink in if you haven't already. And dealing with snoring dogs. All right, now before we get started, I do want to show you something. I am going to move over to my other camera, and that's because I had this neat thing happen. I am getting my iPad ready. That's what I'm looking down. All right, I'm going to click over to this other camera. This is a different YouTuber, Crochet Corner, and she made a video about me and my patterns right here. 35 crochet patterns, crochet spotlight by Sara Sach. So what I want you to do is to go over and show her crochet YouTube channel some love. Okay, you can see it's crochet. Okay, let me try this again. Crochet Corner. See up here where this little magnifying glass is? Just go to YouTube when we're done, put in Crochet Corner, and this is a live video. So when you get to her channel, hit that tab that says live, and it's the third one over. 35 free crochet patterns by Sara Sach, okay? And go and watch her channel. I watched it, and I really liked the way that she did it. It was different than I've seen done. And she shows you where it's at on Ravelry, and then how to go to the written pattern and how to go to the YouTube pattern. So I think that's really neat. And you don't have to do it immediately after this video. I just think if, I also put the link to her YouTube channel in the notes under this video. I just really want to show her some crochet love because I really appreciate that. I think that's the neatest thing. And I used to do a lot of shout outs, and I haven't done them in a while because I would I would do a shout out and then we'd go there and that YouTube channel would either be gone or it wouldn't post any new videos in over a year or so. And I thought, well, I don't want to shout out to an old video, even though I like the old videos, you know, but it was just kind of an odd thing. And so I've been trying to find some, and this one just came up in my, I have a place where I go in so that I can check comments, and it has a list of like inappropriate ones, and I delete all those. And then it has a place where it says mentions, and that means that there's somebody on YouTube who mentioned your YouTube channel. And I like to make sure that they know how much I appreciate that. And if you guys appreciate that, go tell her that also. Anyway, I really found it to be really interesting the way that she did it, and I really liked it. All right. So if you get a chance, please go show Crochet Corner some love. All right. And she does it up to a lot of different crochet channels, and I think it's really neat. Like I said, I really love the way that she did it. All right. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is my new find at Walmart. Okay. I'm going to go back over to the camera. I may have to move these around a little so you can see them. This is a brand new yarn. It's by Pioneer Woman. It's acrylic yarn. These are light number 3, 100% acrylic, and each one has 394 yards, which is 3.5 ounces, and you've also got the meters and the grams there. Acrylic yarn. This one is called, let's look at the name here. They always put the name so teeny weeny. Let's see. This one's called Brilliant Blooms. This one is called, upside down again. Oh my word, that's so tiny. Coral. That makes sense. And this one is called Blue. And it's like a royal blue. It looks darker on here, but it is a royal blue. I have not got a chance to work with it yet. But I'll tell you, it feels just like any other light number 3 acrylic yarn. It's not super soft, but it's not rough either. It's very nice. Okay. My Walmart had 6 different colorways. They also have like this teal color in here. And then they also had a variegated that's different blues. And I think there was one other variegated. I think there were 3 solids and 3 variegated. I went to look on the Walmart website and it says picture coming. It didn't have a picture yet. But you can go to the Walmart website, and I believe these were $5.97 each skein. Okay, yeah, that's correct. $5.97 each skein, which isn't really a bad price for a 3.5 ounce ball of yarn. So I think that's really cool. I do have some ideas. I want to go back to Walmart and see if I can get the other colors. They didn't have them in stock when I went. They just had these 3, and then they had 3 different slots that were open. And so I was trying to read them what they were. I did see somebody else show them, Bag a Day, Crystal. She was showing them also. She went to Walmart and showed them. I'm kind of glad I didn't do my video at Walmart that day. I was going to, but the shelf was mostly empty. The other thing you're going to find there at Walmart with this is they have these beautiful crochet bags with crochet hooks inside. I didn't really look at those because I was looking more for the yarn. And I am planning on going back tomorrow because I talked to the lady that was stocking. She was stocking these as I was there. And I mean, putting on the shelf, not stocking. Anywho, and I'm always so nosy. I'm like, are you going to put any more colors out? You know, and she said that they haven't come in yet, but they will. And so I'm going to go back tomorrow because Wednesday is my errand running day. Because I don't have my grandkids on Wednesdays. I have them on Fridays now. And so that's my errand day. And I'll see if they have them in. And if they do, I'll pick up a few more. I have a project. I'm thinking about doing like some big granny squares and then putting them all together, because the colors in this yarn are all supposed to color coordinate together and just make like a fun blanket out of it. I just, you know, a lot of people don't like granny squares, but I just absolutely love them, as I think there's just so many different ways that you can make granny squares with flowers and leaves and you know, front posts and back posts and twists and turns and curls and waves. There's just so many different ways that you could do them. And I'm not talking about little ones. I'm talking, you know, like maybe 10-inch or maybe 12-inch granny squares. And I think it would just be a lot of fun. And it would be pretty light because it is a light 3 yarn. I did see another video that another lady put out, but she was in Michigan, I think, and they had cake yarn that was Pioneer Woman brand. Now remember, this is a brand. The Pioneer Woman herself doesn't crochet or knit. This is just a brand in her colors. And the reason that they do this is because, like, I have a lot of Pioneer Woman things in my house. Because when I moved to Oklahoma, I got rid of all my old stuff that I had acquired, because, you know, some of my, you know, silverware and dishes and things were broken, and it was time to buy new stuff. So I got rid of all the old stuff, took it all to Goodwill, and I had a big day in Colorado where it's a free day, and I just listed everything in our free in Parker app, and just everybody just came and took it. It was just so much fun. Anyway, I got rid of a bunch of stuff, so I've been bringing it in as I find things on sale, and I've even found some things at Goodwill that are Pioneer Woman things. And so I've been doing that as well. And so I thought it would be a lot of fun to make a nice pretty blanket that's lightweight to go over my leather chair, my leather recliner that I like to sit in. Anyway. Yes, Crystal found the cakes. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you for telling us, Elaine. Because I've seen the video, but I haven't seen them in person. I'm going to go and watch her video on that, because I want to know more about the cakes and how the colors work and things. So that'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, I'm real excited about this. The yarn itself, years ago, I bought some Downton Abbey yarn, and I made a few items with that yarn, and it was nice yarn, but it wasn't like spectacular. And that's what this yarn, it feels a lot like that, and some of the color tones are similar. So yeah, I think it's going to be really fun to work with, and I'll let you guys know. And if I do this blanket, I might do it as a crochet along with maybe 6 or 8 different squares, and then we can put them together or something. I think it'd just be a lot of fun to do. All right, so that was my yarn find of the week. I love them. I'm just looking forward to working with them. All right, so I'm going to move them because remember last week I told you about the yarn challenge. The Premier Just Yarn Challenge. And the challenge was to take one of these big skeins, and you can see it has 875 yards, 14 ounces, and make as much as you can with it. Nothing in particular, just whatever you can with it. All right, so I decided, if you watched the video last week, that I was going to make 3 ponchettes. And here's mine. I had it started. And all a ponchette is a shorter poncho. They're a lot of fun to wear over a sundress or over a t-shirt or tank. And what I was going to do with them is make not 1, not 2, but 3 ponchettes. 1 for me and 1 for each of my 2 granddaughters. And I bet you're curious to see if I was able to do that, huh? Well, I got the video ready and done. I'm finished editing it, and I'm going to post it tomorrow. My grandgirls and I had a great time with this poncho. And I think it's going to be my new favorite poncho. I also think I want to make one in an off-white, because then it would go with everything as well. But it's a great addition. Let me move back a little so you can see. It really is quite long. Isn't it pretty? I think it'd be beautiful. I mean, you could wear it like at the beach over your bathing suit. You could wear it like over a sundress. And depending on the yarn that you chose, you could make it over, wear it over anything. Just to add just a tad bit of warmth, but not much really, because it is made to be open and lacy, and I just love them. Okay? So, one of the things people tell me all the time is I don't try on my stuff enough. And so I'm trying to do that more. Now, if you want to see how that went, I'll put that video out tomorrow morning so that you can watch it. And it'll be real short, like 5 minutes, not very long, because I didn't want it to be a real long video, because it's just, did I make it or did I not? And the girls and I just had so much fun doing it. It was just fun. The poncho pattern that I'm using is the Sunshine Poncho. I should have grabbed it. It's sitting over there. It's the video for the pattern. I'll put that link down in the notes under this video. It is already out there. I did this poncho years ago. And I wanted to just use a pattern that I've already made. That way I didn't have to write up a whole new pattern. And I wanted to do a ponchette, so this just worked out really great. Okay, so it's called the Sunshine Ponchette. You can find the link. And also the one that I put out last week on the challenge, the links are down below that as well. And if you want to purchase some of this yarn, it's $6.99 a yarn, skein. $6.99 for 14 ounces of yarn is a magnificent buy. And they have lots and lots of colors. I've got a couple more back there, yellow and white. And I have lots of plans for these. I actually want to get some more colors because I have some more I want to blend in. So anyway, tomorrow I will let you know if I made the challenge. Like I said, we just had so much fun. I can't help laugh. It was just so much fun. All right, I'm going to click down to this other camera because I want to show you what we did this week. All righty, so the next thing that we did was the washcloth with a loop handle. And these are so much fun. Now, before I get started, I know you're going to say you shouldn't put a button on a washcloth for a child, and that is true. And I put a warning on the web page. I also put it on the pattern itself and on the YouTube video that if you're making these for a child, do not put the button because they might chew that button and choke on it. But the purpose of this is so that you can hang it up to dry. You can hang it on this big loop, or you can loop it on there and of course loop your towel through so that it can hang up and dry. And it's a very, very easy stitch. We just did the half double crochet rows of half double crochet V stitches, and then a half double crochet trim, and then the loop and the button. It's really easy. And if you want to make them bigger or smaller, I put the multiples on the pattern itself. Okay? And this one is the first one that we did. This was the tester, and I really like these colors because they're like earthy, and I used the sort of tiger button there. And then I did this one in greens because I thought it was really pretty. And the yarn that I used on both of these is, let me grab that yarn over here. I saved it over there. Peaches and Cream Stripey. But you can use any medium weight number 4 yarn. You can even get in your yarn stash and get out your cottons and make these all different colors and striped and just have a good old time with it. The thing about these is, this is a great take-along pattern. And the reason I say that is it's because it is a 1 repeat row. You could take it with you on a plane. You could take it with you in the car. You can take it with you if you're going to the doctor's office, like I go all the time and almost always forget to take my crochet bag. I get so frustrated with myself because I get there and I'm like, oh man, I had that bag ready and I didn't grab it when I went out the door. But anyway, it's a great pattern for that. It's great to give as gifts because you could make several for a housewarming party, or maybe a college student going off to college by themselves. They need towels, because this can be used as a washcloth for your face, your body, or cleaning or doing the dishes. Because it has a little bit of texture, but not a lot. So it has a little bit of texture it can clean, but not too much so that it will affect your face or your body. It'll still be soft. Okay, and one thing about the stripy yarn, it is a lot softer than your regular Peaches and Cream yarn. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, it feels similar to the I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. Okay, and that's the stripy. I've got another one going here. That's why there's a string here. But it is really soft. But again, use any cotton that you want. You can use any button. And the truth is, if you don't want to use a button, you could always make a little applique. If your son or your person you're doing this for is a football or soccer player, or even a female football or soccer player, you could put a little applique, or maybe a ladybug, or whatever you want to crochet up, a little applique, put it right there. And the reason I like to do that is not that it's messy with the loop, it just gives it just a little bit more of a uniform look and just looks pretty. And I love to add little extras to things. I think it makes things just, you know, extra special. You know, if someone's a gardener, you could put a little leaf or a flower, or crocheters like us, find a crochet ball or something like that or to put on there that's an applique if you don't want to use a button. And buttons are fun too. I like buttons. All right, so that's what we did yesterday. On Friday, we made the reader's case. I'm going to show you this over here again. This is our reader's glasses case. It's a little bit more narrow than your basic glasses. But this pair here fit in there just fine. You can see that they'll fit just fine for most sunglasses as well. All right, and I've got my readers in here. And these are actually ones that I use when I'm on the computer. They've got the screen on it so that it's not so hard on your eyes. Okay, but I carry my husband's readers with me all the time. We've got them in the car and in my purse and different things. And it's nice to have them so he can read the menus and things like that. It has a little wristband. And this was actually a history teacher asked me if I could make this for her because she goes from class to class, doesn't always stay in the same classroom. And I added just this little charm that I made. I made a whole bunch of these. I love making them. They're a lot of fun. Button, just a purple button. And this is super easy to make. It's all single crochet stitches, and we stitch in the round all the way up. And one thing that's very important when you're stitching in the round is to mark those rows with your stitch marker and count your rows. Because sometimes when you're going around, sometimes when you get ready to start, you can accidentally skip a stitch. So you want to make sure you count, because if you do, you'll end up with it being a lot more narrow at the top, and you'll wonder, what in the world did I do? And we don't want that. We want it to stay nice and the same size from the top to the bottom, so your glasses fit in there nicely. All right. Now, I made mine out of acrylic. This is Vanna's Choice yarn that I had on hand, left over, this purple mottled and this white. But you can use any colors. You can stripe it as much as you want. If you're a school teacher, you can do these in your school colors. And I think that would be super fun. You know, and I'd also make great gifts. If you have, someone that you see that's maybe one of your students' teachers or your kids' teachers, and you see that they have their glasses and they're carrying them everywhere, make them some for Christmas, and they're just fun to make. I like to do projects that you can give away a lot. Yes, Kim, these are Pioneer Woman readers. And I got them at Walmart, so. So yeah, I like to wear them when I'm on the computer and I'm having to read up close. The amount of comments and messages and emails that I get on a daily basis, several hundred, just emails. It's really important for me to wear those glasses because my eyes get so tired. And I do have thyroid eye disease, and my eyes just get super dry and tired. And so these readers help me a lot. So, anywho. Okay, the last thing I wanted to discuss before I let you go is you're probably wondering why, since this is the 1st of August, we aren't having our August giveaway yet. And that's because the yarn's not here. I ordered in some yarn that I have never tried, but it was absolutely beautiful. And so it's not here yet. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday. It'll probably be delivered today. And so what we're going to do, we'll just start our giveaway next Tuesday. It'll still go 2 weeks like we always do. So be looking for that. It's a really fun, it's just really pretty and gorgeous yarn that I ordered in. Okay? So we'll see that next Tuesday. And also, Glenda, the one who won our July giveaway, already let me know she got her box. And I really appreciate that when you win to let me know it got there. Because I worry the whole time. And even though I send them out in priority boxes, I still worry because I have had issues. Remember, I don't know if y'all have followed me as long as I've been doing this, but when I first started, someone told me they were someone that they weren't, and I sent it to them. And then I never got word from them. They never answered their email. Then another person who actually was them contacted me and said, I never got my box. And I looked through and I had 2 emails with 2 different addresses. And one of them was a spam. And so I'm really, really particular about checking you out and making sure you're who you are. And that's another reason I don't go and try to find you when you win. It's real important for you to email me. And so, yeah, I'm just real worried about that sort of thing. And then another time when I think it was at Christmas time a couple years ago, I had a bunch of Christmas yarn that someone had won, and I went to mail it at the mailbox at the post office because usually I like to do it myself on my computer, but I was out of labels, and so I had some Christmas packages to mail, and so I took it all there, and they put the one to the winner in the wrong category, and it showed up, and they're like, you need to pay your postage. I'm like, no, she doesn't. I told her, I said, just return to sender and I'll resend it. And it ended up costing me more. And so I'm really picky about making sure I put the label on it and I know it's going to go there, you know, because I love giving away stuff. I really do. Especially yarn. I really love giving it away and having a lot of fun with it. The scarf on the back of my chair. Oh, this is just, just a scarf, it's nothing in particular. It's just colorful. I believe it is, I can't remember. I don't think I ever wrote a pattern for this one. It's just one that I had and I wanted some color behind me. So I just plopped it up there. Maybe I need to write out the pattern. I've written so many, sometimes I can't remember if I wrote it or not. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is this. I get emails every day and messages every day that asks me if I have scarf patterns or hat patterns. And what I really want you to do is go to my YouTube channel and you'll see that up there that there'll be playlists. And or you can just hit that little magnifying glass and search, because I have so many that it's hard for me to know what you want. I have people say, do you have any triangle shawls? Well, I've written about 40 triangle shawl patterns, and a lot of them are on YouTube, but I don't know what you're looking for. And so it will make you, I lost my train of thought. If you go to the playlist, then you can look through, or if you just go to my website, if you go to my YouTube channel, Sara Sach Crochet Designs, and look at the playlist, you'll be able to find what you're looking for. Or you can just go to that little search bar and put in what you're looking for. That'll save you a bunch of time, because I don't always get right back to my messages. I try to, and I don't always get right back to emails, and I try to comment always and things like that. But when I have several hundred every day coming in, it's hard to get to all of those, and I'm not able to go and search for things for you. And YouTube makes it super easy. And I'll just show you on my iPad real quick. I think I even have a picture saved. Let me see if I've still got it on there. All right, let me get out of here there. Okay, I do. Let's do this real quick just to save some time. All right, here's my iPad. You don't want to see that. Okay. Here is my iPad with my YouTube channel. It just says Sara Sach. I just named it Sara Sach. I'm going to see if I can get that a little closer. It's reflecting, but I'm really sorry about that. But if you go right here, there's a little magnifying glass, and you can click that and put in whatever you're looking for. The other thing that you can do is, I don't have it on this because this is just a picture. All the recent patterns always end up right here at the top. And then if you scroll up, all my playlists come up. Also, right here, it says playlists. If you're looking for my live videos, you can click that one, live. Okay, I don't do shorts. Okay. And then right here is that little magnifying glass you can search. Okay, so I wanted to show you that because I want to help you as much as I can. But if you just send me an email that says winter hats, I don't really know exactly what you're looking for. And you can look for it super easy. And if we go back and forth 100 times and you're like, oh, that's not what I'm looking for, da, 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 you know, things like that. Okay, let's look through, see if any more questions. Let's see. Terry says she's amazed the Pioneer Woman doesn't knit or crochet. She doesn't do crafts at all. I found that out kind of in a funny way, but no, she doesn't do any crafts at all. You know, a few things here and there, but her thing is cooking, baking, but she loves bright colors. I love all the bright colors. I have like transformed my kitchen and dining area and living area into the bright colors of Pioneer Woman things. I just love them because I love bright colors. A funny story is when we first moved into this house, I have ceramic tile that looks like wood on the floors. It runs all the way through from my entryway to my dining room, living space, into the kitchen and breakfast nook and pantry. It's all the same. Well, I was putting away some set of my glass mixing bowls, Pyrex glass mixing bowls. I've had them since we got married, okay, 41 years ago. And I got up on the ladder and I'm holding them and I opened the cabinet door to put them up. The cabinet door hits my hand. Those bowls go to the ground and they just shatter. I have swept and swept and swept, and every now and then I still find a little piece of glass. I even took my Dyson vacuum and went all the way around all the edges of everything. But I tell people when you come in, don't go barefoot because you're still going to find those pieces. All right, so I finally went out last week and bought some new mixing bowls by Pioneer Woman because I needed new mixing bowls, and they're absolutely gorgeous. And Pioneer Woman's not paying me to say any of this stuff. I just really love her stuff. And I realize it's her brand. I mean, you know, they, you know, check with her on colors and things. But yes, she is a photographer. That is her art. She is a photographer. But anyway, she's not into the crafty stuff like I am. But that's okay. I like her anyway. So anyway, like I said, the whole purpose of those yarns is so that we can make things that match with the colors of the Pioneer Woman because she likes all of those bright colors. I have used a damp mop, and unfortunately the glass, when it was damp, underneath my Swiffer, it scratched some of my tile because it's stuck, and so I couldn't do that anymore. And that's when my daughter-in-law said, she said, Mom, just pull out your Swiffer, or not your Swiffer, your Dyson, and put the long handle on it and just go around all the corners. And it did work really well. It got a lot of those tiny pieces up. But it's amazing. I will sweep because my dogs, you know, shed. You know, but I will sweep and it never fails. There's always another little piece of glass in there. I mean, you're talking 6 bowls. And the tiny one that's like the size of a dipping chip bowl for dipping salsa is the only one that survived. So, but I had those, they were wedding presents. I had them forever. Thick Pyrex dishes or bowls. Anyway, it's just stuff. Alrighty, well, it's after 11. It's time to go because I try to keep this right at 30 minutes. So I'm going to let you go. And be sure if you get a chance to go over and check out Crow Joe Corner. All right? All right, guys. I'll see you next time.